Good Saturday morning, Church of the Cross. We are really getting close to Christmas. Such an exciting time of the year, and something I'm even more excited about. And it's a story I want to share with you. I hope will be a great blessing to you on this Saturday morning. And that is just about 20 years ago, right when I was getting out of seminary, I took a job in a little tiny community down in Florida on the beach called Melbourne. I worked at a small Anglican church there, and well, it's maybe mid-size, maybe 400 or 500 people attended services on a Sunday. And even then, even though I was out of youth ministry, I still always had a calling to reach out to the youth that God brought in my lives. And one of them was a young man, probably 15 or 16 years old, who I just could tell right away that I knew God had something great planned for him. There was a destiny that I could see it very early on. I don't know necessarily that he could see it, but I could see it. And I told him when he was about 15 or 16 that I believed that one day he was going to become a presbyter, a pastor, a priest, which he thought was just absolutely crazy. But I knew that God had his hand on his life. And so, lo and behold, a few years later, he graduated from high school. He goes to college, he graduates, and soon after he felt the call to go to seminary, where he went and attended Covenant Seminary out in Kansas City, was ordained into the Anglican Church in North America. He later on would get his Doctor of Ministry from Asbury, and was ordained a priest, a presbyter, about 7-8 years ago. And it's been one of the great joys of my life to watch what's happened and what God's done with his life. And even greater for me personally is he will be here this weekend preaching over here on the Buckwalter campus at the chapel at 9 o'clock, and then over at CrossPoint at 10:30. I will not be there, unfortunately. I'm going to be at the Store campus, but his name is Cameron Scalera. I'm just so thrilled. He's one of my kids, and to watch something that I encouraged him with 20 years ago, and to watch it come full circle now, to watch him come here and teach the place I have been here for the last, gosh, coming up on a decade, is one of the great thrills for me in my adult life. And it's just a reminder. In Mark chapter 4, it talks about the parable of the farmer, the parable of the seed, where says the farmer throws the seed out, and whether he sleeps or whether he's awake, he watches it grow. And he doesn't know how it grows, he just knows it does. First it's the blade, then it's the shoot, and then it's the full ear. And I've watched that happen with this young man's life. I just threw the seed out. I don't know how God does it, but he just does it, he grows it. I watched the blade, I watched the shoot, and now I've watched the full ear. And so it's just a thrilling thing to see that. And I want to encourage you to encourage other people over the years, because you never know what will happen if you believe in them and watch what God can do. And that's what often happens, is that if you believe in somebody and you encourage them, you support them, and you pray for them, and years and years and years later, you may see the fruit of the labor or the seeds that through God you helped plant years earlier, decades earlier. And maybe you never see it, but God sees it. And so I just want to encourage you this Saturday morning. I'm so excited about Christmas season, even though it's been a very difficult year for so many of us, and there's so much sadness. It's also a joyous time. There's a peace always underneath the chaos. I especially feel that this year. So anyway, love you guys. I'm praying for you, and I will see you soon.